Hi, Cathy Weiss here. I made this short video to answer the question, how did you get into oracle cards, intuitive readings, and energy healing? Here's the thing, I didn't really get into it as much as I grew into it and accepted it as who I am, a naturally gifted, highly sensitive, intuitive, and an extremely powerful energy healer. It was late 2017 when the final piece of my puzzle came together. I was having a really sad and frustrating day, and I ended up on the phone with the only person that I felt comfortable talking to about things like energy, spirit guides, law of attraction, all of the, crazy, weird, hippy-dippy juju stuff. And she passed along some messages that she heard for me. And then she told me she was going to send me this deck of oracle cards. This is the very deck right here. And I shit you not, the moment I touched this deck, I heard, you need to do this for other people. And I was like, okay. So I used Facebook and I came out of the closet as a light worker and a clairvoyant. I started off just doing the oracle card readings, but that quickly transformed into intuitive energy readings along with the oracle cards. And within less than 6 months, I was doing customized energy healings. And as loud and clear as I heard those words, I hear what needs to come through for you. And it's so incredibly affirming. You'll feel lighter, healed, more certain of yourself, more sure of what step you need to take next. And when I'm in that place of healing and channeling, my thinking mind shuts down. So you can trust that no matter what comes up, you won't be judged, only guided forward from a place of pure positive love meant to keep you on track and in alignment with your truth and your soul. You will get real life practical to-dos, and when you take the action to follow your guidance, that's when the magic happens. So I promise, no matter what you're bumping up against or wanting some clarity on, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual, the moment you book your session, your information comes flooding in. All you have to do is show up with an open heart, an open mind, maybe a pen and a notebook, and be ready to break free and move forward. So as a special treat for you, I'm going to pull a card right now and channel a message with the intention that you get some guidance for something that you could do right now to help you manifest what your soul is seeking. So I've already shuffled the deck, but I do like to cut it just a few more times before I pull a card. So let me actually cut it even one more time right there. And then we'll pull a card and get you a message for today. And the card that came up is Our Lady of Sacred Union. Take a look at the card and just notice what images pop out at you or seems really significant that catches your eye or maybe invokes a sort of feeling inside of you. When I look at the card today, there are two things jumping out right away. The first is this owl that I see at her heart center. Oh, okay, I'm not even going to tell you the second part yet because the moment I said that, some information started coming in. So owls are representative of wisdom, and this owl is at her heart center because your real wisdom, your real truth, that lies within your heart. And it can be so easy for us to get caught up in our head brain when the truth of our soul is coming from our heart brain. And there is science that supports that your heart brain actually processes and feels more emotion than your head brain does. So that's the first part of the message for today, is to really start to tune into and listen to what's in your heart. And then the second thing that I'm noticing in the image is the beautiful radiant light at the crown of her head. And so this radiant light is symbolizing the divine light that flows in. You'll hear me call this the cosmic jellyfish sometimes because it's that pure energy of positive love of which we are all a tentacle. So not only are we connected to it, we're a piece of it, and that's who we are at our essence. And what this card and what I'm hearing right now that's important for you is to trust that your essence is divine, that the whispers in your heart are divine, that everything that you feel compelled to explore, do, try, and be in the world, that those are valid and correct, because that is the divine. You are the divine flowing through you as you, and that wisdom in your heart is what should be guiding you forward. I'm going to take a quick peek in the guidebook just to see if there's any last piece of information that wants to jump out in relationship to today's message. I will not read the whole book because we would all be like falling asleep, but when I do a reading, what's most important for today will come through. And what comes up right now is that she says this might be showing up a completely internal issue for you. Perhaps you are dealing with conflicting desires for family and love, or to feel safe and secure in a community, but at the same time longing for independence and freedom to explore and express yourself and your creativity in the world. And what I heard when I read that was that you are safe. So if you start to embrace this wisdom and this truth that's in your heart, and you just start to gently explore it, like maybe write about it in a journal, or just tell your closest person these longings that you have, you'll start to experience that sense of freedom that your soul is longing for, and that you are safe, and that the people who love you the most are not going to reject you or run away or want to leave you. They're actually going to embrace you, and I'm hearing the sound of cheering. So if you can start to take these tiny steps towards embracing that piece of you that's in your heart, your people are going to love you more, and your people are going to be like, yes, we are so glad that you finally let this out, because we all knew it was in there and we were just waiting for you to let it out as well. Oh my gosh. Now, aren't you so glad you watched this video? I would love to hear back from you. So please pop on back over to your email, answer the questions that I sent you, and let's have a little bit of a conversation and see if we can get this wisdom that's in your heart to start to pour out of you and into the world. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.